Samore Love Bugs, you have now tuned in to my Catfish recap. Guys, be sure to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Also, be sure to share this video wherever you like to share videos and give it that good old thumbs up, boo. And also, if you have not yet checked out my other channel, which is Samore Love TV, be sure to check it out because that's where I do my love and hip hop ATL recaps. Okay, guys? So, now that we are here, we are ready to talk about Catfish, and this one, it had me like on an emotional roller coaster. I was like up, like, it was like sometimes I was high, I was like, and I wasn't high, let's get that straight, but I was like high, like, oh, yay. And the other time I'm like, ugh, it was like I was freaking pissed off, you know? So let me tell you what happened. So Blaire, she's the person who called into Catfish. She lives in, I think at this time she lived in Texas, but when she first was doing everything, she lived in New York. And yeah, so she lives in San Antonio. She lives with her boo thing, her girlfriend, and their little, well, the girlfriend's kind of like adopted child because it's her sister's child. She had the kid for like 3 months or something like that. All right, so then Markie, she met, okay, I'm getting the names mixed up. So Blaire met Markie through Instagram. You know, that's where love happens, okay? Because I can see your picture. And she actually helped her to take her life, move forward in life, and I feel like Blaire kind of holds Markie accountable for a lot of things that has happened, like her moving forward, her not killing herself, things like that. So that's why she's so like near and dear to her heart. They were supposed to meet up at one point, and all of a sudden Markie is nowhere to be found. She got kidnapped. Yes, kidnapped. I was like, what the hell is going on here? This looked like a case for CSI or SVU. It just seems so unbelievable that you're supposed to meet up with somebody, then all of a sudden they get kidnapped. So yeah, she gets kidnapped, and then when she finally does speak to her, she tells her that she was in a mental hospital. It was just like one of those unbelievable types of stories. So then Blaire, she ends up falling for a new girl. This is the one I'm telling you about, the one that she's with now. And she put up a picture of her on Facebook. And then this other girl, Markie, she comes talking about, oh, call me now, and what are you doing? She's like, she starts to profess her love to her and how much she cares, but she can't be with her. So it's like, it's almost like she's playing a charade, a game with her. And she just wants her to be wrapped up in her and not be able to move forward and be with other people. It was just pissing me off listening to this stuff. So then we go further on, and of course, Neve and Max, they're going to do their investigation. They look up the phone number, they do one of those reverse thingies, and all that they what they did come up with was an address in California. So that's one, check, blink, blink, we got that. The next thing that they did, of course, they looked through the Facebook, looked to see if it looks real, if there's any activity, if there's photos that have been switched up, but the same person, those types of things. So it looks legit. And they see somebody named Alex. They try to contact him. He calls them back. They have a little conversation. He says that she's a freaking liar. He was her ex. She is a habitual liar. She lies all the time. And I guess that's part of the reason why they probably broke up, right? They also speak to her classmate. His name was Chris. And he says that she got suspended, I believe, because she brought a switchblade when she was going to have a fight in her backpack. So yeah, this girl is tough stuff. And then they call Markie, and when they speak to her, she says that she has like a whole lot going on. And you know, the thing before we even get into Markie, the thing about Blaire that kind of upset me was that she has like this okay life that she's building with the new person that she's with the baby, and they have this motel that they're currently residing in because they really don't have an apartment or anything like that, and they don't really have money. She's kind of using the last bit of money that she has, I guess, on a daily basis in the motel, unless maybe they got some kind of deal going on since they're going to be there for a while. So that's what's going on with Blaire. Like, she has so much going on, but yet it's like she can't move forward with her life until she closes that one little chapter, or at least finds out why this girl, or what happened, how did she get kidnapped, etc., etc. So now, like I was saying, Markie, they speak to her, and she's just making up all these excuses. She's just like, blah, 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 blah. That's like what I was hearing when she was talking. She's saying, oh, you know, so soon, because they were like, we can get on a plane and be there tomorrow. Then she's like, oh, so soon? You know, I got all these emotional stuff going on in my family, and I just don't know right now. So, what they decide to do, they pretty much go over to California anyway, and they go on a hunt for her. And at first she kind of did say that it was okay, but then she was like nowhere to be found. When they tried to call her, contact her, text her, nothing. She wasn't responding. So they're like, you know what? Let's look at her pictures, see if we see a familiar area, things like that. Maybe we can see. And this chick, Blaire, she knew what her car looked like. So they were like, okay, we see this car, then we know it's her. They know what her dad's car looks like. Like little things like that. So you better be careful, because this is the kind of things that people could stalk you with. You know, all they need is, and then Max came up with a great suggestion. Let's look at Instagram. Maybe she's done geotag. I make sure every picture I just put up, I always take that off. You know why? Because I just feel like it's not very safe. I always, like, I'm one of those people, I don't even have my GPS on unless I'm using, like, the map, the GPS for the maps or something like that. Like, maybe if I'm driving, which I haven't done in a while, or if I'm walking and trying to get to a certain location and I'm using, like, the walking GPS or the metro GPS. If I'm doing something like that, then yeah, maybe I'll put on my GPS. But other than that, I'm like, even though I know they can probably still get you, I'm just like, oh my God, I don't want that stuff on. I feel like people are like watching me. They're trying to find out where I am, you know, as though I'm famous or something. In my head, I just have like, no, I don't want it on. I feel like people have their computers on like this. No. So anyways, that's exactly like what went down with her. They looked for the geotag and they found different locations where she was at with her friends or just her. I'm telling y'all, if y'all tag me in a picture, don't be putting no geotag, we right here, no. And like lately, what I've been doing, I don't even put like where I'm at right now. Like I'll wait until the next day in order to post a picture, unless it's something I really, really, really want to put and I don't care. But for the most part, like lately, what I've been doing is I wait until the next day to post my pictures from the night before, because I'm just like, it's not that serious that I need to post it right now. Plus, I more so want to enjoy the moment. A lot of times when we do that stuff, we're not enjoying the moments, you know? So anyways, they find out some of the places where she likes to be around. So once they do that, Blaire is like, you know what? If I see the place, I'll know exactly where it is because I remember how it looks. Stalker! So they end up going to her house and they knock on her door and everyone's anxiety is like on high right now. So what they do after that is the father comes out finally and Neve just kind of explains himself, who he is. And she actually did tell her father, because he sounded like he was aware of everything and aware of Blaire and all those types of things. So he's like, well, she went out with her friends and she went out with her friends yesterday and she didn't come back. So they're like, oh man, like we went all the way over here for nothing. And Blaire's like kind of getting upset, like, come on. And there's just Max, was it Max or Neve? One of them was like, you know, this is probably one of those things where if you have to look that hard for someone, then maybe you just don't need them in your life. That type of thing. And people can only do what you allow them to do. They was pushing out the quotes on her. Like, bam, bam. So, when they go to, like, where were they? I think that's when they went to, like, the park. They were chilling there. And then she finally calls them back and she's like, oh, well, my dad told me that you were in my house. Like, she sounded like she was a little creeped out. Like, did you catch the voice? Max and Eve were trying to act like everything was all cool, but she kind of sounded like, you know, you could have just waited for me to call you back. She said supposedly her phone had shut off or she needed to charge it or whatever. She was at the mall. So that's what happened. But she didn't really like apologize. So Max was already annoyed because you know how Max, he's just like, he sees through the BS. He sees right through it. You cannot smother his face, honey. So he's like, she could have apologized or said something. She knew we were there. She knew we were supposed to be meeting up with her and that she was supposed to get in contact with us. Come on. She really doesn't have any remorse. And then, so when she finally drives up, she rolls up on it, she comes, she looks all like excited, she's happy, and you know, it looks all good, and they all sit down in the shade, and she's talking to Blaire, and she just, I don't know, she was giving off such negative vibes to me. It's like when they were talking, she was like rolling her eyes. She had like this evil stare to her. She was just creeping me out a little bit. And she was, I don't know, her disposition was just really wrong to me. So she said when Blaire asked her why was it that she never came and met up with her, she says that she had a dream that she died when she went to New York. And she told this man, and the man, she went with the man because the man was like, he doesn't want her to go there. But she can't say who the man is. And she also said that the man made her repent her sins to him. And it's something that's like, she can't really talk about it. It was just freaking ridiculous. And that's the part where she was like rolling her eyes when they were like, they were like asking her a lot of questions to try to get more information. And then she was like kind of rolling her eyes and she was just like looking. And I don't know, like I couldn't be friends with somebody like that because she was just pissing me off. Like I probably would have slapped the crap out of her. I'm sorry, but it was just so annoying to me. Like just to watch from over here, never mind to hear her saying it. It just sounded like a load of crap. Like who is this guy? It's not like she made a deal with the devil or something like that. I don't know, it just didn't make any sense. And did you see her Instagram pictures? Like, they talking about she was evil and the things that she's done and this. It just, I don't know. I don't know why people would want to be with somebody like that. Like, you see all the warning signs. They're like red lights flashing. They're around this Blaire chick flashing. Hello, look at me. We're trying to tell you something. But it's almost as though she's colorblind to it all. So now Markie, when they're like, okay, you know, talk to her, tell her whatever. She's like, you know what? She puts out her hand. She shakes Blaire's hand. She said, okay, so let me tell you me. My name is Markie. I'm psychotic. I occasionally lie, or she says she lies or some crap like that. She says that she loves her. She wants to go with her, be with her in New York. And Neve is just like, okay, I'm sorry, but I have to interrupt. It just sounds like you're giving her a load of crap. Like what you're doing is you're saying all the things that she would want to hear, and she's gonna accept that because these are the things that she wants to hear. I felt like Neve came in and he was like the big brother that every woman needs, because to be honest, I feel like there are a lot of guys that do the same thing. There are a lot of people in general that do this. They'll tell somebody exactly what they know this person wants to hear. They'll manipulate them and then leave them in the dirt, in the rut. Like, I feel like this girl had the ability to destroy Blaire if they had actually hooked up or got together or whatever. The way that she had started to feel for her, care for her, and she kind of rest everything on saying, okay, my success, my this, my that, me being alive is all because of this girl. I feel like she had the ability to definitely like rip her to shreds. So thank goodness somebody like Neve was there to kind of like snap her back into reality and let her know that, come on, this girl is feeding you lines straight from a fairy tale, you know? So anyways, when they finally like finished having their conversation, it ends off nicely. But Markie says that she's now turned over a new leaf and she tells the truth more often. She's also gotten into college. So I think she was a high school student too. And I don't remember how old they said that Blaire was. But Blaire, she's doing her own thing. I think she got a new girl from what she was saying. It kind of, my DVR kind of cut off, but I did see a little bit of the end where she did say that she's going to be having guardianship of the little kid that they were taking care of. She got a place in Florida. Like, she's doing much better. So, you know, that's definitely a good sign for her. That's a good look. And things are coming around. So, you know, that's awesome. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down below, because it was a, I don't know, that Markie chick, hopefully she's grown up and she's getting more mature. Maybe it was because of her age. I don't know. But, I mean, oh, snap, I dropped something. Age doesn't, I dropped like a little thing that's on my earring. Age doesn't always mean that you have to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it was kind of her. But, yes, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I will see you in the next one. Later.